The word Chola is almost synonymous to power, but even such a huge power was destined to fall. And the Pandya king who broke the Chola power was Hello everyone, I'm Ungal Anban Hemant. We all know that the Cholas were invincible. But today, we'll be looking at a Pandya king who broke the Chola power. But before we get there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Starting with Vijayalaya Chola, the medieval Cholas had a powerful rule for about 300 years. And that powerful rule started to decline in the 13th century with diminishing power and a shrunken empire with the advent of the fierce Pandya king Maravarman Sundara Pandyan. In the history of Tamilagam, Pandya kingdom existed at least for about 1700 years. Though early Pandyas of the Sangam age and the medieval Pandyas were quite powerful, for about 4 centuries the later Pandyas became tribute-paying rulers under the overlordship of the Cholas. In the 13th century, Maravarman Sundara Pandya rewrote the destiny of the Pandyas and paved way for the later Pandya Empire. After the death of the first Chola Chalukya king, Kulothunga I, Chola kingdom's power was maintained by his successors Vikrama and Kulothunga II. However, with the later kings, things went downslide. Their administration was weak and the feudatory chieftains started becoming independent and more powerful. However, Kulothunga III was a capable ruler. During his rule, in 1205 AD, after the Pandya king Kulasekara failed to pay tribute and asserted independence, he led an expedition to Madurai and crushed Kulasekara's army to defeat. He drove him, his mother, and his younger brothers into the forest and demolished the coronation hall of the Pandyas. And then Kulothunga went on to plough the site of the coronation hall with donkeys and sowed millets on it. He then wore Veeramudi, the crown of heroism. This harsh act sowed the seed of revenge in the hearts of the Pandyas. Demolition of a coronation hall is not a small thing. It was considered a big shame, as this means an enemy king says that your empire is over and you cannot have any further kings in your line. Like a humiliated tiger, in the next few years, Kulasekara's brother Sundara Pandya fought back and rewrote the fate of the Cholas. About 10 years later, Kulasekara Pandya was succeeded by his brother Maravarman Sundara Pandyan. The first thing Sundara Pandya did upon ascending the throne was to invade the Chola country. With an unwavering determination and might, Sundara Pandya fought against Kulothunga III. Kulothunga was already old by then, after having ruled for 40 years. Sundara Pandya sacked Tanjavur and Urayur, defeated Kulothunga and drove him along with his son to exile. He then performed a Veerabhishegam in the coronation hall of the Cholas in Parayarai. Then, to commemorate his victory, he marched to the Chidambaram temple and conducted a Tulabharam by offering donations in equal measure to his weight. After this victory, Sundara Pandya was hailed as Chonadu Kondan. Kulothunga died a few years after his defeat, and his son Rajaraja III proved to be an incompetent ruler, which made the Chola kingdom decline even faster. The Cholas had the Hoysala kingdom's support, and Sundara Pandya restored Rajaraja III back to his throne. However, Rajaraja became a tribute-paying vassal to the Pandya kingdom. A few years later, when he failed to pay tribute, Sundara Pandya invaded the Chola country again and defeated him. After a steady decline in the next few generations, the year 1280 marked the demise of the Chola dynasty. Though it's hard to accept the downfall of the Cholas, we need to remember that the Pandyas held supreme power since the times of Tamil Sangam. With the help of Sundara Pandya, the Pandya kingdom was able to see its golden age again. Sundara Pandya's brother Kulasekara built the iconic Meenakshi Sundareshwara temple in Madurai. Later, Sundara Pandya enhanced it by building a gopura which he named as Sundara Pandya Thirukopuram. The Tamil movie Maduraiyai Meeta Sundara Pandyan, starring MGR, was loosely based on Maravarman Sundara Pandya's life. Sundara Pandya will always be remembered for conquering the Cholas and laying the foundation for the golden age of the Pandyas after centuries of domination. Maravarman Sundara Pandyan.